Hey everyone, before I start this video, I just want you to know, I don't know if you can hear it right now, there is this annoying high-pitched whining noise that comes from outside my window, and I don't know what it is, but it's really annoying. I didn't notice it because I have noise canceling in my AirPods. Uh, Also, there's a lot of ambulance sounds because the city I'm living in is experiencing a opioid crisis. Yeah, in Canada we have an opioid crisis. It's pretty crazy. States too, I guess. Anyway, hope you enjoy what's up, and yeah, just be careful with your ears. Don't turn it up too high, and enjoy. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Today we're drinking a black tea, bergamot and truffle. I don't actually understand why there's truffle in there, but it's all right. Okay, so I'm up really early this morning. It's like 7:30. I was out late last night with friends for a birthday, and wouldn't you believe it? Normally I walk around with my jacket, and in my jacket I have a journal because sometimes I get to a point where I'm just like, I need to write this down, or I need to get something out, or I just need to process something, and so that's just the normal thing for me. Um, and I'm so ashamed to admit that I didn't even think about that because on my way home I like needed one of these moments to journal, and I patted myself down and my journal was gone. Like somebody nicked my journal from my jacket at a bar. I'm like, who, like, first of all, let's just think about this. Let's just think about this logically. Okay, so it's a book about this big. It's about maybe like a little smaller, maybe like you like cut like, 25% or something off, something like that. A book like that, it's white. It has the name of my city on it because it's like a tourism book. It's like a tourism, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, it it just pissed me off so much because I'm like, what are you gonna get from somebody's personal journal? Like, what are you gonna, unless they like saw it and they just wanted to take it, like it did, like not, they don't care about what's inside of it, but like they just wanted to take it. So I'm like, I don't, what, okay, if you want, if you're down for that, I guess. The second thing that pisses me off is that it has like a lot of like big moments for me, like that had a lot of like big growth moments in my life. And that, that really pissed me off. There are so many moments in there that I had like intentionally processed and like spent a lot of time on, and like moments that I like talked with my therapist about, and like I even have notes from my therapist meetings like in there. That's like really, it's really personal. Like that's really personal information. And it's just gone. It's disappeared. And like it was a bar crawl, so I was at like 3 bars last night. So I'm like, it could have disappeared at any point and I would have known, or wouldn't have known. It just grinds my gears. I just don't even know. I was so mad about it. I made an Instagram story and I posted just a picture of my wall, and it was like, whoever stole my journal from my jacket, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna come for you. I'm gonna talk to every person I went out with. And I'm not gonna make it easy. I don't want to be nice about it. I don't want to be nice about my personal information. I don't understand why. Like that doesn't really, like, unless somebody like wants to like have beef on me or something, what kind of beef are they gonna have? It's like, this is a vision I had. Oh wow, this is something I was dreaming about. You know, this was a big moment for me, or like this was a fight I had and I had to like, you know, think differently. It was like I don't understand what the point is. Like I don't see what they're gaining from this. Whatever. Anyway, that's the first thing. That's the first thing I had. I couldn't sleep. I was up at like 2:30 probably. Probably bars were closing around 2. I went for a walk afterwards. Probably at 2:30 I get home. Had some pizza. Had to cry. It's been emotional. It's been emotional recently. Was having a hard time trying to figure out what I'm actually doing right now. The short answer is that I'm doing this, whatever this is, and that's kind of just all that I've got right now. Asking for answers. I'm asking for answers right now. Trying to find answers, because things feel weird right now. I don't know what's really happening. It feels like I'm being tested. It feels like this feels like a big moment for some reason. And it's weird because it's one of the most mundane times in my life. It's really a mundane time, but it's something big is happening. So I don't know what's going on with that, but that's happening. So anyway, I got up because I couldn't go back to sleep, and that's a good thing, I think, because I have been sleeping until like 2:30 every day for like probably a month now. I'm thinking this is probably like reserve burnout from the last job that I have or had. And that it was just, that was just my body's way of reacting to overstretching itself for too long. And so then I just had to sleep for a long time and stay up late and play a lot of video games and just be a human frickin' being, dude. Yeah. Had to frickin' relax and stuff, Had to rest and digest, if you know what I'm saying. So here I am. I got up because I thought, you know what, I may as well make this into like a short form kind of like vlogging thing. I think this might be healthy for me because normally I'm a journaler, normally, as you can tell from this notebook and my first story. This is useful for me because it helps me to understand myself better. I mean, if you're someone who like does introspection or like, likes to look inside or, whatever it is, reflective experiences, that's what that is. And it's so that you can actually see what you're thinking about, because sometimes it's like you're having thoughts and they're just flying around and you're just not, it's not clicking because you're not aware of them. They're happening, but you're not clocking them. And when you do something like journaling or, just taping yourself and listening, or when you're like even talking to someone, that's also a reflective experience. Like you're reflecting it through their filter and then it comes back to you in their way, and then you can see yourself a bit more clearly. But I've just always preferred more to do it for myself because it just seems more, I don't know, I feel like I clarified a little easier that way. Yeah. I had this fun idea. I was gonna talk about this later. I've had this fun idea for a video I want to do, and I think I'm gonna do it maybe tonight or tomorrow. It's I want to play. If you guys know Dark and Darker. Dark and Darker is one of my favorite games right now. I just love that it's like you're just like medieval dudes in a dungeon, and it's got that wacky kind of like it's got PvP, player versus player. Um, so it's like it can get kind of sweaty. It's a really like technical, it's an intense game. There's like stats and like, you know, different gear, different equipment can be better or worse, and you have to really think about what you're doing. Can I help you? Are you coming up? Are you gonna come up? There he goes. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Goblin. Goblin is my cat. Just adjust this. Yeah, so it can get kind of sweaty. It's one of those things that's like, it's a game that you can get really into because it's a really technical and intense game. But it also has proximity chat, and it also has people who are griefers, and it also has like people trying to have a fun time. And I really like that about it because it's like you're just guys in a dungeon. You're just guys in a dungeon, man. And so you can walk around and you can just talk to people if you want. They might kill you. They'll probably kill you. But you can have fun with it. And so it has a lot of opportunities for like joking around. I recently had an interesting conversation with a guy because like he saw me take down 2 other guys and he was like, "Whoa, what? You took down 2 guys in like 2 seconds. Like, are you the best in the lobby?" And I was like, "No, I third partied them actually." And then we talked for like 5 or 10 minutes about how to play the game because he was like, "I want to get better. How do I get better?" I'm like, "Well, you're talking right now, so that doesn't really bode well." Yeah. We talked and then we had a duel and he died. So that's 3 kills for me. So yeah. I just want to do this thing where I walk around in the dungeon and I ask people like deep questions, and then see if they respond. And if not, then I think we just have a duel, and that's how you play the game. One of the questions I want to ask is, it's kind of unfair to ask because I don't know if a lot of people think about this or if people have had the idea to think about this. But I want to ask them if they, oh yeah, Goblin, that's perfect. Yeah, right there. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, just flash the whole camera. Great. I wanna ask people if they understand. What did I wrote it down. Hold on. Have you ever wondered what separates you from the part of you that notices you? I'm gonna hit them with like a self-awareness question. I just want to like see how people respond, because it's funny because you can like, you know, using your mouse, like you can like nod up and down, or you can shake no, and then like, you know, that's for like people who like don't want to actually chat. But I just think it'd be funny because it's a game about being a fucking mindless, you know, a killer in a dungeon. You're about being a murderer, and I just think it's really funny to turn that upside down and be like, hey, are you aware? Do you have consciousness? Are you in there? Are you playing this game, or is this game playing you? I just want to try that. I think I'm gonna do that soon. It's really fun. What's another thing we were talking about? Yeah, I was gonna talk about what I'm really doing right now. You know what I think about when I'm doing this is I think about David Lynch doing his like Friday Good Mornings. And it just seems really fun the way he did it, because he would do this thing where he would be like, "Good morning, it is a Friday once again," and he would have like the same cadence, and he would say it in goofy tone, and he would just be doing his thing. I love that about him. Rest in peace, he's a king. I really like the idea of just having like a regular, like, I don't know, like like recorded, like a vlog, but it's a journal, like, but you're just talking. I don't know. I've been doing this for years, so I'm like, I just guess this is a different medium for me, I guess. So I'm like, maybe I'm just like trying to experiment with a new way to do this. Yeah. The short answer to that is that I don't really know what I'm doing. I never know what I'm doing. A lot of people tell me that it looks like I know what I'm doing a lot of the time, and I really don't. Everything that's going on here is not, there's no The conductor is asleep. It's he's shoveling coal in the back, and I don't know if, like, there's a rail, it's going somewhere, that it's actually progressing, it's actually moving, it's going in a direction on the rail, but see, like, that's it. So yeah, this is what I'm working on. Final point. I had a realization this morning, when I was getting up making my tea, and I just had the realization that so many people really do love and care about me, and that's kind of weird for me to think about, because I'm not consciously aware of that, but people do things every single day that show me that they care about me, and I think I'm like becoming aware of that. I think I'm growing the conscious awareness of that, and that's big for me. That's a weird thing, because to me it's just like, oh, people are enjoying their time when they're around me, and so that it's like it's like a them thing, but like there's also the side that's like, oh, me being around them makes them enjoy things in a certain way, and that kind of opens things up for me, and like makes me feel a little bit less jaded, makes me feel a little bit less like my time is like a commodity, or that people, keep me around for a specific reason. Well, I mean, that's not even a bad thing either. Like, I mean, as long as it's not like abusable, right? But yeah, I have something to show. I have something to show for show and tell. If you just hold my cat really quickly. Oh, yeah. So I was at a friend's the other day because I was having a hard time, and I texted after he got off work. He's like one of my best friends, and him and his wife, I've known them since I was like a teenager, and we're just chill. So I came over and I told him I was having a hard time, and his wife, my friend, told me that we should make art to try and like get it out. And so I made this. I don't know if you can see all of this, and it's backwards. It's backwards, but we did a collage, and there's some French on it. There's French. I know. There's Japanese, but it's mostly just kanji. There's English as well. But yeah, I don't know. I just, I came over their house, and what did we do? We made art, and I think I felt better about it. So that's a lesson for you. Make art if you feel bad. Quote from Leonard Cohen, live, laugh, love. Just kidding. It was, he said something like process what you can of your pain, and what you cannot, make it your creative sacrifice, or something like that. Like, don't like, the thing is that you want to like do something with what hurts you. And if you can't do something about it, then you have to make something creative about it. It's like, if you can't process your trauma, you're gonna make macaroni art about it. That's my Dr. Phil. There's a Dr. Phil holding it. There's a picture. I'll put him up. He's holding a paper as if he's a doctor. Which, fun fact, did you know he's not? Okay, so I just looked it up. Actually, turns out he has his doctorate in clinical psychology, which is a doctor. Not certain where I heard that he wasn't a doctor. Maybe I just meant that he's not effective or ethical in his approach. Anyway, back to the video. Thank you very much. Dr. Phil's not actually a doctor. He just pretends to be a doctor on TV. It's kind of scary, actually. That's a spooky thought, that somebody pretends to be a doctor on TV, but that people just believe he's a doctor. Which tells us something about how media works. Marshall McLuhan, he did this video. Do I want to talk about that? I'll talk about that for ages. Anyway, art history, great thing. Marshall McLuhan, The Medium is Massage. Check it out. And yeah, propaganda. Anyway, that's everything. Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming to check things out. If you're interested in stuff I'm doing, check out the stuff in the description. And yeah, that's it. Okay, say bye, Gob. Bye.